Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at NDN TV Nigeria. Click on the subscribe button and be the first to get notifications.
In the last few weeks, Nigerians have been at the receiving end of the very harsh economic condition in the country. Those in the urban areas have taken to the streets to protest and register their displeasure, while rural dwellers, whose voice are seldom heard, say they are worse hit by the hardship. In this report, correspondent Biola Festus takes a look at how people living in the coastal communities of River State are faring.
Nigeria is currently going through the most difficult time in the history of our economy since the last 4 decades. While city dwellers have continued groaning about the hardship and inflated cost of living, the situation is even more grim for those living in the rural communities, especially coastal regions where the availability of food and staples depends solely on water transportation. This infers that the Niger Delta communities may be the worst hit in the face of the current economic downturn in Nigeria. Inside the Niger Delta visited some riverine communities in River State to ascertain living condition of residents. Our crew was greeted with one complaint and the other. Residents said their woes are in no ways comparable to that of those in the city.
Say now, the people go pay transport, go the city, buy the things, come, then go pay that is double for that load to carry and come here. So you really come there. So if Port Harcourt they sell am 1.5, by the time you reach here, now 2,000 naira.
Those of us in the rural area suffer more than those in the township.
They explained that the cost of goods and services are triple the rates obtainable in urban areas and uplands.
Port Harcourt is much cheaper. Port Harcourt are eating in a restaurant for 500. Each extra 100 naira.
This is 100 naira. And the Maggi 1 kg is 50 naira. This is 200 naira. And beans of 1 cup of beans is 500 naira. And the rice 600 naira. Only 100 naira because there is no transport. Everything is cost.
Most of these riverine communities are sleepy and bereft of commerce as there are no industries sited in them. In times past, coastal communities in the Niger Delta survived on fish farming, but today, shallow water fishing is no longer a trade to ply, following the gross pollution of their water resources occasioned by crude oil explorations. This advertently makes getting by even more expensive and dire for these local dwellers.
The profile don't spoil the water finish, nothing.
Now, simple fish you can catch close by, you have to go deep into the sea.
According to residents, the current economic situation in Nigeria has triggered the resurgence of sea piracy and insecurity.
The sea pirates, the boys are disturbing our fishermen, our women, they rape them, then take their fish, they take their pemeko from the river, but all of them are looking for their daily bread to eat too.
A trip from Port Harcourt City to Bonny local government area takes about 45 minutes, while it takes 10 minutes to Bakana community in Degema local government area by boat. Hence, locals are calling for the construction of access roads to link the island communities with uplands for ease of business interactions.
We don't even get road. At least if they're motorable now, we go fit easily go Port Harcourt. But you can imagine only through the water.
As this community is close to Port Harcourt, if they can provide road for us, things will be better.
They also want the government to grant fee waiver for food transportation to ameliorate their sufferings.
Please, government, we are appealing, come to the aid and subsidize the importation of food in our riverine communities.
Meanwhile, an economist and HOD Department of Economy at the University of Port Harcourt, Dr. Peter MAMODE, fears that such waiver, which is most likely to be temporary, may not be the best approach to the situation. He rather urged the Nigerian government to tackle the problem from the roots by crashing production costs and intensifying production of staples in the country.
The inflation we have that is transcending into the high cost of these communities in those areas is as a result of shortage in supply of food items and other consumables. So when there is shortage of these products, What I think is the proper thing is to call for effort that could address why there is this shortage. And one of the major reasons why there is this shortage is that the cost of production has increased. So the proper thing is to deal with the reality, which is deal with the cost of production, deal with the cost of distribution. So the proper thing is to deal with the reality, which is deal with the cost of production, deal with the cost of distribution.
Inside the Niger Delta,